It's Thursday in Chaska, Minnesota, as we welcome you to Hazeltine National Golf Club for our continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur. Match play continues to roll on this very long Thursday. The round of 32 was completed this morning. The round of 16 underway this afternoon. Had about just over an inch of rain into the early morning hours, so a little bit softer Hazeltine. As we take a look at the brackets, they will whittle it down to the quarterfinalists that will be set for Friday. You see Kent with an early 4-up lead over Engel as May make the turn. Jackson Buchanan, someone to keep an eye on, took down the top-ranked amateur in the world this morning. Can he continue his run? Stay with us to find out. NBC Sports and the United States Golf Association proudly present the 124th United States Amateur Championship with uninterrupted coverage presented by Rolex. The mission of the founders of Hazeltine National Golf Club was to build and maintain a golf course suitable for the conduct of national championships. And since its opening in 1962, that mission has been accomplished as this Robert Trent Jones design takes center stage this week as the world's best have made their way to Minnesota with hopes of winning amateur golf's crown jewel. A little bit cooler on this Thursday, temperature mid to high 70s. Again, some overnight rain into the early morning hours, just under an inch and a quarter here on Hazeltine, but shaping up to be a great weekend ahead. So glad you could join us. Steve Burkowski alongside John Cook, who won this championship in 1978. Jim Gallagher Jr. helping us call the action. Billy Ray Brown, Colton Oast, who won the amateur in 07 on the course. Brentley Romine with some insight on these players still around, and Craig Winter from the USGA alongside if needed. Jim, first time since the 06 AM.
It's a pretty, it's a big golf course, and Noah Kent is on a roll right here. This is for birdie to win the hole, and he is now 5 up.
Take him 5 up.
All right, Noah Kent here at the par 3. This is third. This to tie the hole.
254 yards today.
He's 5 up.
Engel scores 3, Kent scores 4.
I don't think that's going to run a shock through his system by any merit. He'll lose that hole. He's 4 up with 5 to play.
Let's circle that little misstep on the green at the 11th by Buchanan. Over at 14, Kent for birdie to close out Engel.
A good line. Oh, just creasing that left. Now he's got it.
Engel 4, Kent 4. Kent is 4 up with 4 holes to play.
4 up with 4 to play. He's got Noah Kent making a mess of this par 5 that's reachable for him.
Yeah, so that's a nice one there.
Mounting a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, we've had a lot of matches get to 16, 17, 18 this week.
All right, let's go to 16. Noah Kent getting ready for his second.
Yeah, made birdie here this morning with a similar tee shot. Hit a nice little wedge shot in there.
He's in a good spot. His opponent in some trouble. Couple of putts to win the match, close out Garrett Engel, and be the first to lock up a spot in the quarters tomorrow. And he does it.
Just walks it in, make a birdie when you on one of the toughest holes that you'll ever play, and big confidence boost there to Noah. Just finished his freshman year at Iowa.
This for birdie. He still has a birdie, and he is 1 up on Almat. Should go left.
Mexico Lobo.
Oh, nice putt there. And just stay 1 up. Yeah, wow, that's a way to follow it up. No problem. Yeah, that's the beauty, and then sometimes the toughness of it.
Yeah, here's Amat.
Just creases that right edge.
At Hazeltine on Monday, ended up fighting his way into the playoff, gets through that. He could punch his ticket to the quarterfinals today.
And he extends his lead with that putt on 12 over Bastien Amat.
Today, 254.
That's all?
That's just, yeah. Like
Drivable par 3?
Yeah, 236 yesterday. Oh, my.
Let's go up to 16. Bastian Amat to win the hole. This for par. His opponent Ethan Fang hit his tee shot in the penalty area, so Bastian could use this, cut the deficit in half. Got it.
Back of the match. Gets out there to the right, down the slope.
He has to win this hole. Bogey's going to be conceded. You see where Fang is now, so Ethan would have 2 putts and doesn't even need to do it. The 64 seed moves on.
Keeps moving on.
The 64 seed has nenever won a USGA championship. Or excuse me, US Amateur for that matter. 63, Stephen Fox, the 2012.
Go to the right, but not quite that much. That's going to be a mark, that's for sure.
Jacob 3 up, and see if he can keep the foot on the gas right here.
Yeah, Mr. Green to the right, pitch to there. It's a miscue. Had it in the fairway.
Mr. Morales, give this man an opening.
Left it up, carried over the slope. Excellent.
Beautiful shot. See how he kept that speed up,
Yep.
kind of flipped that right hand under, got it up in the air.
Exactly. Morales for birdie to win the hole. Now remember, he's birdied 7 and 8. He's won 3 of the last 5. He's cut that deficit down to he's just 1 down now. He's going to 12.
Jacob Maletsky trying to stop the little run Morales is on. Omar's won 3 of the last 5. Jacob with the 1-up lead, trying to double it up, and he does it.
This is not a par 5, but it's a long par 3 at 254. Morales on the tee. Hole location all the way in the back. Back third of the green goes away. He's trying to draw this in. 2 down now. This releases towards the hole. Watch out, John. That is one of the best shots we've seen today. Beautiful. All right, thanks to our rules official there. I didn't have to say anything. You already know where it stands, but what a beautiful shot. It's the best we've seen all day. I watched a bunch of groups go through here this morning. Just well played. Let's get now for birdie. A couple birdie putts, actually.
Yeah, out of position off their tee shots, so not good thirds.
Pretty good 4th, though.
A nice 4th.
Well, I don't think Morales planned on that.
Fairly timely to make a 40-footer. He's got to keep the speed up, though, Jim. I think if it doesn't, it's going to swing to the left pretty good.
Did he? How about those 2 putts? You could do, I could do just the same.
Mr. Morales,
gutsy right there, both of them.
Mr. Modleski, 4. Mr. Modleski remains 1 up.
Let's go over to 16. Second shot for Modletsky. He's 1 up against Morales.
Right side of the fairway, middle left hole location, dead aim right there.
And Morales has already missed the green, so Jacob in great position to go 2 up with 2 to go.
Flattens out once it gets up there.
There's the top of the crest.
Flattens out.
Lesky wins that match. You got to go back and look at 15. He made about a 40-footer. Morales did make it on top of him, but that was the huge putt. That was the turning point right there.
And we've seen some Spaniards with some pretty good short games, Jim, throughout the years.
I think that's why I called it Ballesteros.
And there's another one. Sitting way down in that rough, went down and got it. That's really well judged from there.
Needs to run out a little bit, but not too bad.
Thought he kind of froze over that one. Good putt there. Oh, yeah. Couple good pars there.
What kind of shot did he hit in there from the fairway to go that long and left?
Well, he had 227 and went with 5 wood and got it riding the wind.
Yeah,
All right,
nice.
not too bad.
Yeah, nice little manufactured, put that ball up in the air. Tells me this putt's got some speed.
Oh, walks it in.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Check this out. Just outside the left, going down that slope a little bit, and clank. Great up and down.
Yeah, Brandon, the first 2 matches, won 7 holes in the round of 64, 7 holes.
But he needs to make a good swing. Boy, that was flushed on a good line, if it's enough.
Yeah, he's chasing it. He's not quite Sergio in it, but
158-mile-an-hour ball speed.
But look how soft that landed. Wouldn't a ball do that yet? That's how high he hit that. What a beautiful shot.
Get it a little bit out to the right, too, and use some slope.
It should release. There you go. This could be really good.
Didn't quite fly it far enough, but not too bad.
Yeah, it's so fast coming down that slope. All in all, for as poor a tee shot as he hit, that's not bad.
Pretty slow putt here, out right to left.
It'll go to the back of the green. Yeah, good call there, John.
Wow, he had a good putt there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
But how good is this par 4 right here? It shows it doesn't have to be 500 yards to be tough.
I'll tell you what, it catches your attention.
Oh, boy.
No. Uh-oh.
Thought that might happen.
Yeah, he's lost his footing, and I think he whiffed the ball.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate ball, well above his feet. See that right foot just slips out at the wrong time. That's really unfortunate there for Christian.
Lucky he didn't hurt himself.
Yeah.
This doesn't get easier.
I mean, just such a bad break there, Burko.
Yeah, your ball hits in the fairway.
And your opponent pulls it left, thought it was in the water, and it actually covers the water. Now he's fine.
Off the mark with his tee shot. Brand struggling with his driver. He followed it up with the same club as we watch Ballesteros second.
Just 104 left in the rough. Not that deep over there. It's pretty much all he needed to do.
Just put up the center of the green.
Gonna need to hole it. Ooh, that's not gonna do it. That's gonna come up well short. But Cookie, it just shows you don't have to play great to advance.
No, exactly.
There has not been a lot of birdies made in this match.
There's one.
There's one.
There you go. Yep, when you just need a 2-putt.
It's actually lined up a little bit right.
This is just left of it. Now drawn towards the center. Smart play.
Yeah, exactly right where he got it. Actually, it might stay up on the
Yeah,
top
it
shelf.
stays on the proper level.
This one really low at the center of the green.
I saw that low follow through. Is that going to stay right there? Yeah. Seen a lot of putts from right there.
Yeah, that's a popular spot. Gotta go.
Wow,
Just
what a
stays
good
right
effort.
there. Yeah, great effort. Just does not move to the right at the end. Cold, he's got it set out well out to the left.
I think we're going to be seeing that one. Yeah, that was just not a very good first putt.
No, it's sometimes hard to two-putt those, but you're right. That was it. So he rallies at the end, gets the job done. Maybe a little more dramatic than he'd like, but 2-1 over Brand. But Brand fought him all the way to the end, kind of lost some shots to the right.
Let's go over at 14. Our first look at Luis Macevedo, the Spaniard from, we'll call it 20 feet or so, 21 years of age, going up against Fishak Maisho. And how about Macevedo now 2 up in the match? Luis Macevedo close things out over Fishak Maisha. All right, so Spain well represented in the quarterfinals.
Yes.
Jim, you would love these two players. They get along about their business quickly.
I do like that. If he makes this, he's going to love it, but he does. It gets it low on him. Big mistake off the tee, but he'll lose that hole. You go one down.
Yeah, once it slows down, it'll go diagonally to his right.
Oh, how about that?
How about that, gentlemen? That was center cut. And that puts back his opponent. It still has a birdie putt to tie the hole, but it's going to be a quick one coming down the hill. Just to stay one down in the match. He's coming down the slope, moving right. And not enough there.
Yeah, not that much right. Putt is so fast that putts tend to be a lot straighter than you think they are. And he goes 2 down.
You know what he's done previous 2 matches. Taking down Summerhays. They were very nice there.
All right, got himself together there, and that tap in there.
You got to be able to play your own game, but also, oh my goodness,
gosh, that was a terrible putt.
Boy, that was sloppy right there for Jackson. You don't see him making mistakes like that.
Yeah, it looks like, Buchanan's thinking, oh, I'm going to lose the hole. No, now I'm going to win the hole. And if he makes this, go back to losing the hole again. He does.
Well, now.
All right. Can't win par 5s with 5s, though.
You cannot. Well,
you can.
For Tyler's standpoint, you can. You don't want to do it, but now he just moves to 1 down.
He's got the face wide open. Looks like he's going to play a semi-explosion shot, which he does. Gets it up in the air.
Yeah, not bad from that position, John.
Pretty well done.
Yeah, coming up the slope, moving right to left. If he makes this would tie the match as well.
Attaboy, Tyler. Oh, yes.
Man, back-to-back wins there for Tyler. Well, this match has changed quickly here. Getting this ball to move forward just like that. Just laid it on there. They came out nice and soft.
Should go back right. Did he?
Yeah, really nice shot.
You're right, BR.
Special.
Yeah,
That is
really
special.
Good.
See the mark. We'll have that for 5.
See the ball, Buchanan.
It goes up the slope a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't quite come out. Just that primary rough just behind him kind of grabbed the club coming through.
Overseeded rye grass, and it is tough.
I think that's the difference of kids that grew up and players that grew up. Buchanan's played on this kind of grass.
It's all downhill once the ball gets on the green. His opponent is in there for birdie.
It's got to go. In the middle of the fairway, struggling to make a par.
Mawhinney at 14 to win the hole.
Coming down the slope, his opponent still has a par putt left.
Hanging to the right. Had that speed to catch that edge, Billy Ray. Well, it looked like that was a tap in. He just got up there and looked like he just slapped at it, but
Just a wedge coming back up the hill. His opponent Buchanan is laid up in the fairway bunker left.
another mistake there.
Mistake.
Jackson.
Okay.
Really well done.
All right. Oh, big mistake by Buchanan. This is his 3rd from the fairway bunker.
It is his 3rd here, and with his opponent Winnie in there close for birdie, this is a crucial shot.
Looked like pretty good contact.
Oh, it's going to come off the slope. Look out.
Yeah, I might get down to the front part of the green.
Winnie has got it just about 12 feet right of the hole for his birdie as well.
Got to go.
Yeah, it's going to lose speed. Okay, Tyler right now.
Yeah, and go one up in the match. This is something here. This putt goes in. He definitely has the momentum on his side right now. Oh, he pulled it just a bit, Jim.
Yeah, I think he did too, Billy. Oh, man.
Control the spin. Yeah, You don't want it going left. Hang in there.
Yeah,
That'll be right up against that crease, Billy Ray.
and your opponent was already in the fairway.
I agree. He's got to stick one pretty close here. Can still get out of
Good
here
looking line.
A little deep. Yeah, this is crucial right here, Billy Ray. I know this match is tied, but he's going to have to battle now.
Now, the one guy that's hit iron was this guy, Mawhinney, 2 putts to win the hole.
Oh, that's got to go.
Now back at 16, Mawhinney, short one to go, 1 up. There you go.
Well, whatever it is, he has to dig deep here now. 1 down. Ball on the way. This is a really good line, Jim.
Yeah, if it's the right club.
Oh, he's dug deep. That's
Best shot of the day.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
I'd say crucial.
Wow, what a putt. What a timely birdie. He's been in some tight matches the last 2, and this one as well.
Let's go up to 18. Buchanan on the tee.
They'll match all tied. Helping breeze here from left to right here at the home hole. And this is up the right-hand side. Low ball flight here.
Yeah, he kind of wiped one to the right this morning against Luke Clanton, but ended up making a par. But this is a beautiful tee shot, Billy Ray, down the slope.
Jeez, that rolled up 80 yards.
Well, not a good look here. He's far enough back in the bunker. The lip's not going to be an issue, but a terrible angle. His opponent has driven it way down there on the right-hand side of the fairway.
Like pretty good contact, just had to go out to the right. Misses that green to the right in the right rough there, Billy Ray.
Buchanan second.
Couldn't ask for a better look here. 130 up the hill from the right-hand side. Great angle of that left hole location.
Yeah, I've got the club twirl.
Whoa, thought about it.
Big time shot on 17. Big time tee shot in second at 18. Easy to come up short, though. A lie like this.
And that's exactly what is going to happen, John. That's going to come up well short, and he has not lost his turn.
Clutch. Clutch is right.
That is so clutch by the young 16-year-old.
He gets in there quick.
How about that finish by Jackson Buchanan? Wow.
Mistake off the tee at 16, but comes back with an absolute pearl at 17, the par 3, and a birdie at the 18th. You finished 2-3 on this golf course. You have done your work. You don't see this putt very often from behind this hole. Big swinger from right to left down that slope. That looked good for a while, but mistake off the tee and
impressive to watch. That was unbelievable. Great run. Always fun playing with you. Great playing. It went to sink. Really enjoyed it.
Great sportsmanship.
yeah, Brendan Valdez he's no joke. He's a wonderful player.
Yeah, he's part of that national championship team at Auburn that won at La Costa at the end of May. So he moves on with a 3-2 victory.
You know he's in his mid-30s. He's an incredible athlete. And he's getting that taste right now.
That's his 3rd on the way.
It's got to go.
Similar spot we saw Jackson Buchanan short time ago.
Short-sighted. Does he take a chance, try to hit it close, or just hit it 10 feet by? Something like that. So that was very wise. That was proper. Top lip catch it. It's a turn. Maybe just a little too firm. Now that's going to wander about 5 feet by, and that's what I was talking about.
Did he hit it?
Hit it. That had a good look. Let's take it to extra holes.
Solid. So they will go to the first hole.
Nice little draw swing. Starts it out to the right. It's a little bit of a slope it can catch. Control the spin. Easy. Okay, a little uphill putt. This tee shot at about 325. Don't waste any time. Got to be able to control spin.
Oh, he does.
And does he ever? Right underneath the hole. Oh,
did for a moment.
Yeah, just kind of a little bit too much spin, but 2 uphill putts, 2 good looks. I think from this angle, this probably doesn't have a whole lot of break. Just has to keep that speed up. Give it a good run, good looking putt. Just hung on that right. Yeah, swung across the hole. We're going to go to the 20th. Got to guard a little bit against a little bit of a jumper. And it came up well short. You can see the ball looks like it's going down grain out of that rough. So see if he can get it all the way back there. He's going for it to sit, but going uphill. He gets it on the proper level. That's a nicely played shot. Up that slope right there. Needs to hustle. He's going to have to make a putt unless Bobby Massa gets this one in. Hold its line. Just creeps off. Lost its speed, but a pretty good effort. Clutch.
He's lined up right, just right of it, or just right at it. So he's trying to play a little draw, it looks like.
Got the club twirl.
Caddy's looking. Good shot, Captain. Didn't quite get up to the, maybe on that top level, just short of it, probably.
Right on line.
That sure was. Not wasting any time.
Boy, he's getting in there quick, Jim. He's got to answer.
Anxiously watching. What a great view right there. Look at his eyes.
Eyes going up down the flag stick.
Oh,
it's
stay.
just left of the flag. Will it stay?
Nope. See ya. Right down that slope.
I'll wander down there where we've seen a lot of putts from right there.
Yeah, that's been a slow putt coming up the hill. It's kind of fallen to the left. Players have misread it, but both players still have lengthy putts for birdie.
Yeah, those that have got the speed right have missed it to the left. Those that haven't got the speed right comes up about 5 feet short.
Gotta go. Got a break.
Yeah, he played that way out there. And yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. We got some more golf. I'd give that one.
Yeah, you're tough.
Yeah, I'm tough. I would give that one.
That's another couple 100-yard walk over there to the next tee.
Looks like he didn't short side himself here, and that's a pretty good play out to the right, hole high. A little bit of a tilt just short of this hole location. He got it wide side and needs to control spin. That's what we're talking about right there. He went at that so hard with that short club, and that is a miscue.
Still not done.
No, that's a miscue. Not what he was looking for at all. It's really nicely done. It's going to be low, and it's got some speed going. Yeah, that was not a very good effort there for Ashton. He's going to have the same putt he had to make in regulation to keep going.
Solid.
He had a good putt at the 20th hole, the second hole, just like that. Stepped up, same routine, knock it in. Something out to the right with a little turn from right to left. Yeah, kind of got to maybe start out to the right a little bit too much. It does. And
Oh, no.
that's a wide miss to the right. And that's settled in that primary cut. Control spin this time. Coming out of the rough. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Good. Good. Up there at hole high. If he was paying attention to Ashton McCulloch's putt on the previous hole, it's the same putt. Easy to leave it short. That is really well done. We've seen some pitch shots from over there left well short. He'd love to put this in gimme range. It's on good luck. What a putt. When was he going to take advantage of that opportunity? Well, he did on the 23rd.
You'll get on the speaker.
What a match between Bobby Massa and Ashton McCulloch. The 36-year-old Mid-Am moves on to the quarterfinals here at Hazeltine.
I can't write